What's good, everyone? This is Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, and we're back at it with another reaction video. And this particular video is in regards to the ongoing recent beef between Abba and Preach and Fresh and Fit. Now, if you don't know, go check out, the different videos where this all stemmed from so I can save you some time. Abba and Preach had went on, they were sent a video of a podcast that Abba and Preach were on Fresh and Fit a couple of months ago. And they had already covered one of them, but one of their fans had sent them as far as another video, and they had reviewed it, and they had some critiques on it. It was not anything that was like demeaning them or anything like that. They gave them credit, everything like that. They were just on certain points they were talking about, and that's something that they do in general on their channel. No YouTuber, whether they're cool with them or not, is above critique, even themselves, and they critique other people who critique them, and they do a whole wide range of subjects, and so Fresh and Fit's response to that was something opposite of what they talk about on their channel. And this is all after the heels of, Myron from Fresh and Fit being accused of all different things like that, in regards to how he conducts himself and the women that he interacts with. So that particular response that Fresh and Fit did was wasn't even in regards to what Abba and Preach was saying in regards to the video. They went attacking characters, they went attack wives, countries, talking about boxing, all these different things like that. And the thing is, this isn't the first time that Fresh and Fit has went sideways at Abba and Preach. And when Abba was there on the podcast, Abba brought it up during the podcast, so, and so in regards to that, Fresh and Fit got a bunch of flack, and they first issued apology on the community post on YouTube, and then later on that night on the live video they called themselves, and the apology wasn't even to Abba and Preach in the community post, but the apology that came on the live feed was like, okay, yeah, you could call that an apology or whatever. And then Abba and Preach responded to that whack apology, and then we get where we're at right now, which is apparently Fresh, the smaller, darker one. He was recently on his Instagram live, apparently buying a gun. This is after the heels of talking about boxing, so it's like Fresh or Fit are digging their, and it's another whole thing. So the the nickname that Abba Preach has created for them is Twin Sisters. And so the title of this is He Bought a Firearm, Twin Sisters at Fresh and Fit. So let's go ahead and dive into this.
Airport within the next 30 minutes, okay? Because putting all this behind us, for the next couple of days, we're going to take some days off, go do some podcast guest appearances in different spots. And then someone sends me a story of Fresh Prince CEO going to buy firearms for the first time. Look at this.
Wow.
All right, guys, I'm here with my boy Peter helping me with my first guns. Shout out
Wow.
to you, man.
Hey, pleasure, Walter. Thank you. Hello, everyone out there. Yeah, we here at American Security Consultants, we're experts in firearms training, situational awareness, defensive tactics.
Are you serious?
Look at Alpha's face.
And you think you're an alpha male?
Oh my
you think
gosh.
you're fit to lead other men?
Oh my
There's two
goodness.
scenarios here. Maybe Fresh always really wanted a gun, and this just happened to spring up, and it was just an appointment he set beforehand, and whatever. But to post that on IG after, if I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt, right? Maybe you're that fucking stupid. To post that on IG after you challenge a man to a fight, insult his wife, insult the Haitian community and the Haitians there, right? You're in Miami, you're an idiot. You then go and post stories after you start backing out and getting scared. You post stories about you buying firearms because he says, oh, we're going to go to the boxing match, we're going to do this legally. And you post that on IG.
Oh my gosh.
Let's say this is a scenario that really happened, okay?
Gosh.
That means you lack so much self-awareness to realize how it's going to look optically that you have no idea about anything relating to social cues. You don't understand how to communicate to people, how you're perceived. That's basic 101 stuff. That's crazy. So I don't know how you're fit to teach other men how to adjust and how to learn game on the fly. You don't even see how awkward and stupid you look.
For real.
Or option 2, which I think is what everyone else believes just like me. This man wrote a check that his ass can't check. And now, after he insults all this, he does all this talking, he went out and bought firearms.
That's a bitch move, Santa. I'm coming for that ass again until you pay what you owe.
And this is your king. This is the guy that you guys look up to learn how to speak to women. This man can't speak to people. He doesn't understand how to communicate. How can you have game if you don't understand social cues? He's a fraud. And young men, listen, in the military you can have the highest rank you want, okay? We don't respect an officer just because they got the rank. We'll do our job, but we don't believe in him.
Yeah.
Respect, leadership, it's earned through leading by example.
Yeah.
This is your man. You know why I said the emperor has no clothes? Because it's a story about 2 jesters who walk into a city naked, all right? And they concoct this plan to fool the whole city that they are emperors. So they get one guy and they get a couple other hobos to carry some sort of dais, and they carry them through town, and everyone starts making way because it's like, oh my God, there's these guys on a dais. Look at them. The emperor's in town. We don't know from what country, but they look the part. And then someone points out, wait, the emperor has no clothes. You want to know why? Because the emperor would never walk around with no clothes. The same way a real man would never go out and challenge someone to a boxing match, insult his integrity, his honor, and then say, yeah, let's box. And then when the man accepts, you go buy guns.
Yeah.
And you dodge talking about money. Y'all are crazy.
Oh my gosh.
And this is not even to encourage violence. I don't want none of that, okay? I'm not about to start talking about that's crazy talk.
Yo, I mean, that's the one thing that I'm working more on myself, is being able to not just read the room, but just take into consideration one of the things that, whether you're a content creator or whatever it is that you're doing, especially just online, let's just say you're creating content online in general, there's a possibility that the stuff isn't reaching the audience that you want for the sheer fact that you're completely oblivious to the fact that that's not even what they want to see, that's not even what they want to hear, or you know, you don't care, and you're just in this, you know, if you look at one of their videos before, the one that he was talking about, the emperor has no clothes, you know, it's wild, man. It's wild, you know, whatever the manosphere or red pill, blue pill, whatever it is. Look, this life, everything that's going on, you know, in general, you're going to have to learn how, as a man, to be able to follow your own inner guide, make choices and stand on them. You know, I just turned 30 this year. There's a lot that I learned in my 20s, you know, and I'm finding out in my 30s is that still freaking young, you know, there's still a lot to learn. So when I see as far as this stuff going on, and the thing was, I was watching some Fresh and Fit before I actually unsubscribed to him. I wanted to for actually some time. It just, this was like the icing on the cake, you know. Sometimes they do have some interesting points, but I don't like the way that they go about things. And even as far as the information that they put out, there's just there's one thing's about facts and statistics, but then there's also context, you know, and trying to put or to tell someone else's experience that it's wrong because there's backs in, or that you're capping because statistics say this, that's already starting off on the wrong thing, you know. There's conversations that need to be had, and all about it. Continue having the conversations, but it is a dangerous thing to follow and watch after people who maneuver in a particular way. So we're gonna see how everything plays out, but yo, it doesn't look good for Fresh and Fit. The follower count has been, the subscriber count has been, I've never seen anything like this, honestly. It's a trip. It's a trip. There's so much learning as a YouTuber and as a man on what's going on right now. We need to pay attention, you know. So anyways, this is Miss Composition MC that writes fiction. Make sure to check out the description for all my goodies, my recent song, my manga that I just released, which is a cannabis themed manga. Doesn't exist, so make sure to get that. There's cannabis comics, but not a manga style comic. So check that out. 11 issues for the first volume, and you can read 11 of those, or 8 of those 11 issues online for free. So check that out. Also, my first work of fiction, Ideas of Illusion, my CBD pre-rolls, the composition blended CBD pre-rolls made out of 2 or more CBD flower, all the goodies. So make sure to hit the like. It helps out with the algorithm at the very least. And then if you like the content, hey, go check out all the backlog of all range of stuff. So hit the subscribe, hit that notification bell. Peace.
Coming back to earth with a couple gems of wisdom that might take a few decades to decode. So I better get the work on. No need for second guessing, cause it was already written, or was it? Is it all predetermined or devised by your hand? No need for second guessing when you're sticking to the plan. No need for second guessing when you're sticking to the plan. Is it all predetermined or devised by your hand? No need for second guessing when you're sticking to the plan. No need for second guessing when you're sticking to the plan. Take control of what you can't control. Break out this handheld, hell made digital.